Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, the vision of the world spirit, the double aspect. The keynote, the central significance of this chapter is the vision of the one in the many in the one, and all are the one. It is this vision that to the eye of the divine yoga liberates, justifies, explains all that is and was and shall be. Once seen and held, it lays the shining axe of God at the root of all doubts and perplexities and annihilates all denials and oppositions. If the soul can arrive at unity with the Godhead in this vision, Arjuna has not yet done that. Therefore we find that he has fear when he sees. All even that is terrible in the world loses its terror. The human eye can see only the outward appearances of things, or make out of them separate symbol forms, each of them significant of only a few aspects of the eternal mystery. In the greatness of this vision there is too the terrific image of the destroyer, this immeasurable without end or middle or beginning, is he in whom all things begin and exist and end. The Godhead embraces the worlds with his numberless arms and destroys with his million hands. The Godhead does not mean either that he is the time spirit alone, or that the whole essence of the time spirit is destruction, but it is this which is the present will of his workings. The Gita also speaks of the Godhead as the lover and friend of all creatures. It is the profound sense of that which makes us see in the dark face of Kali the face of the Mother, and to perceive even in the midst of destruction the protecting arms of the friend of creatures, in the midst of evil the presence of a pure, unalterable benignity, and in the midst of death the master of immortality. Nothing has real need to fear except that which is to be destroyed, the evil, the ignorance, the veilers in night, the Rakshasa powers. All the movement and action of Rudra the terrible is towards perfection and divine height and completeness.
Arjuna Uvacha Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyamadhyatma Samdnitam Yatvayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama Bhavapyayo Bhutanam Shrutau Vistarasho Maya Tattah Kamalapatraksho Mahatmyamapi Chavyayam Evame tadyathathatva matmanam parameshwara drashtumichhami te rupamaishwaram purushottama manyase yadi tatshakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partharupani Shatashoth Sahasrashaha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha Pashyadityan Vasun Rudran Ashvinau Marutastatha Bahunya Drushta Purvani Pasyascharyaani Bharata Ihaikastham Jagat Krishnam Pasyadya Sacharacharam Mama Dehe Gudakesha Yachanyaddrashtumicchasi Natumam Shakyase Drashtum Anenaiva Svachakshusha Divyan dadami te chakshuh pasyame yogamaishwaram. Sanjaya uvacha evamukva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi दर्शयामास पार्थाय परमं रूपमैश्वरम् अनेकवक्त्रनयनम् अनेकाद्भुतदर्शनम् अनेकदिव्याभरणं दिव्यानेकोद्यतायुधम् दिव्यमाल्याम्बरधरं दिव्यगन्धानुलेपनम् सर्वाश्चर्यमयं देवम् अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम् दिवि सूर्यसहस्रस्य भवेद्युगपदुत्थिता यदि भाससदृशी सा स्यात् भासस्तस्य महात्मनः तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृत्स्नं प्रविभक्तमनेकधा अपश्यद्देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा ततः स विस्मयाविष्टो हृष्टरोमा धनञ्जयः प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं कृताञ्जलिरभाषत। अर्जुन उवाच पश्यामि देवांस्तव देवदेहे सर्वांस्तथा भूतविशेषसङ्घान् ब्रह्माणमीशं कमलासनस्थं ऋषींश्च सर्वानुरगांश्च दिव्यान् अनेकबाहूदरवक्त्रनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपं नान्तन्न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूप किरीटिनं गदिनं चक्रिणं च तेजोराशिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तं पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निरीक्ष्यं समन्ताद्दीप्तानलार्कद्युतिमप्रमेयं त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रं स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तं द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरं हि व्याप्तं त्वयैकेन दिशश्च सर्वाः दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन् अमीहि त्वां सुरसङ्घा विशन्ति केचिद्भीताः प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति स्वस्तीत्युक्त्वा महर्षिसिद्धसङ्घा स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः रुद्रादित्या वसवो ये च साध्याः विश्वेश्विनौ मरुतश्चोष्मपाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्घाः वीक्षन्ते त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे रूपं महत्ते बहुवक्त्रनेत्रं महाबाहो बहुबाहूरुपादं बहूदरं बहुदंष्ट्राकरालं दृष्ट्वा लोकाः प्रव्यथितास्तथाहं नभस्पृशन् दीप्तमनेकवर्णं व्याप्ताननं दीप्तविशालनेत्रं दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रव्यथितान्तरात्मा धृतिं न विन्दामि शमं च विष्णो दंष्ट्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्ट्वैव कालानलसन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्म प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास अमी च त्वां धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः भीष्मो द्रोणः सूतपुत्रस्तथासु सहस्मदीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति दंष्ट्राकरालानि भयानकानि केचिद्विलग्ना दशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः यथा नदीनां बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतङ्गाः विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगाः तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकास्तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगाः लेलिह्यसे ग्रसमानः समन्तात् लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैर्ज्वलद्भिः तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रं भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णो आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपो नमोऽस्तु ते देववरप्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिं श्रीभगवानुवाच कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धो लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः ऋते त्वान्न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे येव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मयैवैते निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन् द्रोणं च भीष्मं च जयद्रथं च कर्णं तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमाव्यथिष्ठाः युध्यस्वजेतासि रणे सपत्नान् सञ्जय उवाच एतच्छ्रुत्वा वचनं केशवस्य कृताञ्जलिर्वेपमानः किरीटी नमस्कृत्वा भूय एवाह कृष्णं सगद्गदं भीतभीतः प्रणम्य अर्जुन उवाच स्थाने ऋषिकेश तव प्रकीर्त्या जगत्प्रहृष्यत्यनुरज्यते च रक्षांसि भीतानि दिशो द्रवन्ति सर्वे नमस्यन्ति च सिद्धसङ्घाः कस्माच्च ते न नमेरन्महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽप्यादिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वमक्षरं सदसत्तत्परं यत् त्वमादिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणस्त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप वायुर्यमोऽग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्कः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेऽस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते नमः पुरस्तादथ पृष्ठतस्ते नमोऽस्तु ते सर्वत एव सर्व अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वः सखेति मत्वा प्रसभं यदुक्तं हे कृष्ण हे यादव हे सखेति अजानता महिमानन्तवेदं मया प्रमादात् प्रणयेन वापि यच्चावहासार्थमसत्कृतोऽसि विहारशय्यासनभोजनेषु एकोऽथवाप्यच्युत तत्समक्षं तत्क्षामये त्वामहमप्रमेयम् पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यस्य गुरुर्गरीयान् न त्वत्समोऽस्त्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रयेऽप्यप्रतिमप्रभाव तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायम् प्रसादये त्वामहमीशमीड्यम् पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियः प्रियायार्हसि देव सोढुम् अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास किरीटिनं गदिनं चक्रहस्तम् इच्छामि त्वां द्रष्टुमहं तथैव तेनैव रूपेण चतुर्भुजेन सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते श्रीभगवान् उवाच मया प्रसन्नेन तवार्जुनेदं रूपं परं दर्शितमात्मयोगात् तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्तमाद्यं यन्मे त्वदन्येन न दृष्टपूर्वं न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैर्न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपः शक्यः नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावो दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृङ्ममेदं व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनाः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य सञ्जय उवाच इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा अर्जुन उवाच दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः श्रीभगवान् उवाच सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपं दृष्टवानसि यन्मम देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः नाहं वेदैर्न तपसा न दानेन न चेज्यया शक्य एवं विधो द्रष्टुं दृष्टवानसि मां यथा भक्त्या त्वनन्यया शक्य अहमेवं विधोऽर्जुन ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप मत्कर्म कृन् मत्परमो मद्भक्तः सङ्गवर्जितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यः स मामेति पाण्डव इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासूपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगो नाम 11 श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरये नमः हरये नमः हरये नमः
The Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter. The vision of the world spirit. Time the destroyer. Arjuna said, "This word of the highest spiritual secret of existence, thou hast spoken out of compassion for me. By this my delusion is dispelled. The birth and passing away of existences have been heard by me in detail from thee, O lotus-eyed, and also the imperishable greatness of the divine conscious soul. So it is as thou hast declared thyself, O Supreme Lord. I desire to see thy divine form and body, O Purushottam. If thou thinkest that it can be seen by me, O Lord, O Master of Yoga, Then show me thy imperishable self. The blessed Lord said, Behold, O Partha, my hundreds and thousands of divine forms, various in kind, various in shape and hue. Behold the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the two Ashwins, and also the Maruts. Behold many wonders that none has beheld, O Bharata. Here today, behold the whole world, with all that is moving and unmoving, unified in my body, O Gudakesha, and whatever else thou willest to see. What thou hast to see, this thy human eye cannot grasp. But there is a divine eye, an inmost seeing, and that eye I now give to thee. Behold me in my divine yoga. Sanjaya said, Having thus spoken, O king, the master of the great yoga, Hari, showed to Partha his supreme form. It is that of the infinite Godhead, whose faces are everywhere, and in whom are all the wonders of existence, who multiplies unendingly all the many marvelous revelations of his being, a worldwide divinity, seeing with innumerable eyes, speaking from innumerable mouths, armed for battle with numberless divine uplifted weapons, glorious with divine ornaments of beauty, robed in heavenly raiment of deity, lovely with garlands of divine flowers, fragrant with divine perfumes. Such is the light of this body of God, as if 1,000 suns had risen at once in heaven. The whole world, multitudinously divided, and yet unified, is visible in the body of the God of gods. Arjuna sees him, God magnificent and beautiful and terrible, the Lord of souls, who is manifested in the glory and greatness of his spirit, this wild and monstrous and orderly and wonderful and sweet and terrible world. And overcome with marvel and joy and fear, he bows down and adores with words of awe and with clasped hands the tremendous vision. Arjuna said, I see all the gods in thy body, O God, and different companies of beings, Brahma, the creating Lord, seated in the lotus, and the Rishis, and the race of the divine serpents. I see numberless arms and bellies and eyes and faces. I see thy infinite forms on every side, but I see not thy end, nor thy middle, nor thy beginning, O Lord of the universe, O form universal. I see thee crowned and with thy mace and thy discus, hard to discern because thou art a luminous mass of energy on all sides of me, an encompassing blaze, a sun-bright, fire-bright, immeasurable. Thou art the supreme immutable, whom we have to know. Thou art the high foundation and abode of the universe. Thou art the imperishable guardian of the eternal laws. Thou art the sempiternal soul of existence. I behold thee without end or middle or beginning, of infinite force, of numberless arms. Thy eyes are suns and moons. Thou hast a face of blazing fire, and thou art ever burning up the whole universe with the flame of thy energy. The whole space between earth and heaven is occupied by thee alone. When is seen this thy fierce and astounding form, the three worlds are all in pain and suffer, O thou mighty spirit. The companies of the gods enter thee, afraid, adoring. The Rishis and the Siddhas, crying, May there be peace and weal, praise thee with many praises. The Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishvas, the two Ashwins, and the Maruts, and the Ushmapas, and the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, all have their eyes fixed on thee in amazement. Seeing thy great form of many mouths and eyes, O mighty armed, of many arms, thighs, and feet, and bellies, terrible with many teeth, the world and its nations are shaken and in anguish, as also am I. I see thee, touching heaven, blazing, of many hues, with open mouths and enormous burning eyes. Troubled and in pain is the soul within me, and I find no peace or gladness. As I look upon thy mouths terrible with many tusks of destruction, thy faces like the fires of death and time, I lose sense of the directions and find no peace. Turn thy heart to grace, O God of gods, refuge of all the worlds. The sons of Dhritarashtra, all with the multitude of kings and heroes, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, along with the foremost warriors on our side too, are hastening into thy tusked and terrible jaws, and some are seen with crushed and bleeding heads caught between thy teeth of power. As is the speed of many rushing waters racing towards the ocean, so all these heroes of the world of men are entering into thy mouths of flame. As a swarm of moths with ever-increasing speed fall to their destruction into a fire that someone has kindled, so now the nations with ever-increasing speed are entering into the jaws of doom. Thou lickest the regions all around with thy tongues, and thou art swallowing up all the nations in thy mouths of burning. All the world is filled with the blaze of thy energies. Fierce and terrible are thy lustres, and they burn us, O Vishnu. Declare to me who thou art, that wearest this form of fierceness. Salutation to thee, O thou great Godhead. Turn thy heart to grace. I would know who thou art, who wast from the beginning, for I know not the will of thy workings. The blessed Lord said, I am the time spirit, destroyer of the world, arisen huge-statured for the destruction of the nations. Even without thee, all of these warriors shall be not, who are ranked in the opposing armies. Therefore arise, get thee glory, conquer thy enemies, and enjoy an opulent kingdom. By me and none other already even are they slain. Do thou become the occasion only, O Savyasachin. Slay by me who are slain, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and other heroic fighters. Be not pained and troubled. Fight, thou shalt conquer the adversary in battle. Sanjaya said, having heard these words of Keshava, Kiriti, Arjuna, with clasped hands and trembling, saluted again and spoke to Krishna in a faltering voice, very much terrified and bowing down. Arjuna said, Rightly and in good place, O Krishna, does the world rejoice and take pleasure in thy name. The Rakshasas are fleeing from thee in terror to all the quarters, and the companies of the Siddhas bow down before thee in adoration. How should they not do thee homage, O Great Spirit? For thou art the original creator and doer of works, and greater even than creative Brahma. O thou infinite, O thou Lord of the gods, O thou abode of the universe, thou art the immutable, and thou art what is and what is not, and thou art that which is the supreme. Thou art the ancient soul and the first and original Godhead, and the supreme resting place of this all. Thou art the knower and that which is to be known, and the highest status. O infinite in form, by thee was extended the universe. Thou art Yama and Vayu and Agni and Soma and Varuna and Prajapati, father of creatures and the great grandsire. Salutation to thee 1,000 times over, and again and yet again salutation, in front and behind and from every side, for thou art each and all that is. Infinite in might and immeasurable in strength of action, thou pervadest all and art every one. For whatsoever I have spoken to thee in rash vehemence, thinking of thee only as my human friend and companion, O Krishna, O Yadava, O comrade, not knowing this thy greatness, in negligent error or in love, and for whatever disrespect was shown by me to thee in jest, at play, on the couch and the seat and in the banquet, alone or in thy presence, O faultless one, I pray forgiveness from thee, the immeasurable. Thou art the Father of all this world, of the moving and unmoving. Thou art one to be worshipped, and the most solemn object of veneration. None is equal to thee. How then another greater in all the worlds, O incomparable in might? Therefore I bow down before thee, and prostrate my body, and I demand grace of thee, the adorable Lord, as a father to his son, as a friend to his friend and comrade, as one dear with one he loves. So shouldst thou, O Godhead, bear with me. I have seen what never was seen before, and I rejoice, but my mind is troubled with fear. O Godhead, show me that other form of thine. Turn thy heart to grace, O thou Lord of the gods, O thou abode of this universe. I would see thee even as before, crowned and with thy mace and discus. Assume thy four-armed shape, O thousand-armed, O form universal. The blessed Lord said, This that thou now seest by my favor, O Arjuna, is my supreme shape, my form of luminous energy, the universal, the infinite, the original, which none but thou amongst men has yet seen. I have shown it by my self-yoga. Neither by the study of Vedas and sacrifices, nor by gifts or ceremonial rites or severe austerities, this form of mine can be seen by any other than thyself, O foremost of Kurus. Thou shouldst envision this tremendous vision without pain, without confusion of mind, without any sinking of the members. Cast away fear and let thy heart rejoice. Behold again this other form of mine. Sanjaya said, Vasudeva, having thus spoken to Arjuna, again manifested his normal image. The Mahatman, again assuming the desired form of grace and love and sweetness, consoled the terrified one. Arjuna said, Beholding again thy gentle human form, O Janardana, my heart is filled with delight, and I am restored to my own nature. The blessed Lord said, The greater form that thou hast seen is only for the rare highest souls. The gods themselves ever desire to look upon it. Nor can I be seen as thou hast seen me, by Veda or austerities or gifts or sacrifice. It can be seen, known, entered into only by that bhakti which regards, adores, and loves me alone in all things. Be a doer of my works. Accept me as the supreme being and object. Become my bhakta. Be free from attachment and without enmity to all existences. For such a man comes to me, O Pandava. Thus ends the 11th chapter of the Vision of the World Spirit Yoga from the Bhagavad Gita Upanishad, stating the knowledge of Brahman and the science of yoga through the conversation of Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Om. Peace, peace, peace.